Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're tackling a challenge that pretty much everyone faces at some point, and we are going to completely flip how you look at it. We're going to take your busy, chaotic morning routine and literally transform it into the most powerful English learning tool you have ever used.
No time to practice English? Yeah, does that sound familiar? We all have this ultimate enemy in our minds when it comes to language learning, and that enemy is just one word: later. We tell ourselves, we'll study later tonight, or we'll practice later this weekend. But let's be totally honest with ourselves here. We get tired, we get busy, and later never actually comes. The morning happens every single day, without fail.
And that brings us to this brilliant little quote: "The habit does the work for you." The absolute secret to daily English practice is not finding extra time in your crazy schedule. You don't need to magically invent an extra hour. You just need to add English to the things you are already doing. It's a concept called habit stacking. We're going to take the exact actions you already do every single morning and just attach a tiny bit of English right to them.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our 5-step roadmap to organize your morning from the second you open your eyes to the moment you step outside. 1. Name your world. 2. Talk to the mirror. 3. Breakfast and shadowing. 4. 5-minute listen. And 5. 1 sentence out the door.
Starting with step 1, name your world. Wake up and point.
So this starts the exact second your eyes pop open. You don't need a textbook, and actually, you don't even need to get out of bed yet. Just flip your brain into English mode immediately. You wake up, you look around your room, you point, and you just name things in English. You look at your pillow, you say pillow. Or even better, build it into a super short sentence. This is my pillow. You see your blanket? The blanket is soft. The window is open. It takes exactly 5 seconds, but think about it. If you learn just one new word for an object in your house every morning, that adds up to 30 new words a month, completely effortlessly, before your feet even hit the floor.
Moving right along to step 2, talk to the mirror. Bathroom English. Next, we transition into the bathroom. While you're brushing your teeth or washing your face, things you absolutely have to do anyway, become your own first conversation partner. Speaking to yourself in the mirror is the absolute best way to completely eliminate the fear of speaking. Nobody is judging you, it's just you. And this brilliantly illustrates a really quick grammar lesson you can practice right there at the sink. When we talk about our normal routines in the mirror, we use the present tense. Every day I wake up early. But if things go off script, we use the past tense for the exception. Yesterday I woke up late. Just stating these basic facts out loud to your reflection actually trains your brain to switch between tenses completely naturally.
You can also use this mirror time to map out your day using the future tense. Look right in the mirror and say, today I will go to work. I have a meeting at 10 o'clock. I will eat lunch with my friend. 10 seconds, 3 short sentences, and boom, you just practice future plans out loud. You're waking up your English-speaking voice for the day. Step 3, breakfast and shadowing. Describe your food.
Now we move into the kitchen. Connecting vocabulary to real-life tastes, smells, and sensations is a scientifically proven way to help your brain remember words way better. A word on a page? Super easy to forget. But a word you say out loud while actually tasting something? That sticks with you. So, while you eat, describe the sensations. The coffee is strong. The toast is crispy. The yogurt is creamy. By attaching descriptive sensory adjectives to the literal, physical act of eating breakfast, you anchor that vocabulary super deep into your memory. It literally makes English part of your physical reality.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how time expressions instantly bring structure to your routine description. As you're sitting there at the kitchen table, think about your timeline. 6 a.m., I wake up. 6:30 a.m., I make a cup of coffee. Using specific times like 7 a.m. or 7:30 a.m. helps you practice really vital conversational skills. People ask, what time do you do things all the time in the real world? Mastering this right at your breakfast table makes you so much more fluent in daily casual chats.
And to really sound natural, you need transition words. First, next, after that, finally. These act as the glue that strings your simple routine sentences together. Instead of sounding kind of like a robot just listing tasks, you can say, first, I wake up. Next, I make coffee. After that, I eat breakfast. It completely transforms the flow and rhythm of your speaking.
Step 4, 5-minute listen. Commute and connect.
All right, so you've finished breakfast, and now you're commuting. Whether you take the bus, the train, or you're driving your car, take just 5 minutes to listen to an English audio clip. Just 5 minutes. But don't just listen passively. We're going to use a trick called shadowing. When you hear a really good sentence, pause the audio and repeat it. Copy the exact voice, the speed, and the feeling behind it. You do not need to understand every single word. The goal here is physical mimicry. You're literally training the muscles in your mouth to speak English naturally. Just shadow one solid sentence a day on your commute.
And finally, step 5, one sentence out the door. Set your daily goal. As you step outside your front door, or as you walk into your office building, you're going to set a daily English intention. Say it out loud right then. Today, I will speak English with confidence. Or maybe just say, today, I will try my best. Carrying this one positive sentence with you all day acts like this small, quiet engine, constantly pushing you forward and keeping your mind totally focused on growth rather than fear.
Let's actually fast forward for a second to the very end of your day. You've worked hard, you've practiced, you've come home, and it's time to finally wind down. In English, we have a really great idiom for this. Hit the sack. It just means to go to bed. Wrapping up your day by thinking, wow, I'm exhausted, time to hit the sack, perfectly closes out your daily English loop.
So let's do a quick review of the whole morning loop. 1. Name it. 2. Mirror talk. 3. Breakfast English. 4. The 5-minute listen. And 5. One sentence out the door. If you do these 5 highly actionable steps, it takes less than 15 minutes total. You haven't added any extra time to your day, but you've completely surrounded yourself with English.
So the crucial point is, compare yourself to who you were yesterday. When you start this routine, you are probably going to make mistakes. You might struggle to find the right word for your toast, and that is totally okay. Do not compare yourself to native speakers, and definitely don't compare yourself to people on social media. Only compare your English today to your English yesterday. Are you one tiny step better? Then you are absolutely succeeding.
I want to leave you with a quick question to think about. Which tip will you try first tomorrow morning? Are you going to name objects from your bed? Are you going to talk to the mirror? Pick just one thing right now and make the commitment to start tomorrow. Thank you so much for hanging out with me in this explainer. Get out there, set your morning up for success, and I'll see you next time.